Hey, what's up guys? MacH here and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the World Crashes update, specifically how RuneScape's strongest glitch got patched and what that actually means for the future of 10 HP accounts and the future of my 10 HP series. So Colinello recently uploaded a very good video titled How RuneScape's Strongest Glitch Got Patched. If you want a more in-depth understanding of this glitch, I would pause my video and go watch his first. The link is at the top of the description. So on December 16th, 2020, Jagex said that they blocked the method used for things like the 3 combat fight cave completions, the tightrope skip in Chambers of Xeric challenge mode, and certain techniques in Barbarian Assault for speedrunning. The method that they're referring to is called interface stacking. What is interface stacking? Interface stacking means using 2 stalls in succession to manipulate the outcome of a specific event. So the most common one that people may or may not know is tick eating melee, which was done in Rendi and Exact's 3 combat fire cave. As you know, this was done by equipping an elemental shield, which was stall 1, followed by clicking a prayer they didn't have unlocked yet, which was stall 2. By pairing 2 stalls up, it delayed the action of receiving damage and allowed them to tick eat their attacks and recoil them. But why did interface stacking get patched? Well, no one knows exactly, but it must have been used to dupe GP or other items. If you look at the OS buddy graphs on December 13th, when this glitch supposedly happened, you can see some of the larger valued items like Elysian Spirit Shields, Harm Orbs, and T-Bows take a nosedive. But in terms of 10 HP accounts, where do we use stacking? Or where could we use stacking? The most obvious answer was at Gargoyles. In my season finale of My Liability, my hit points level is 11. I theory crafted the possibility of using melee tick eating combined with the 0 HP XP method, P++ poison, and recoils to get the Granite Maul. Although I couldn't quite get the melee tick eating down, it was still on the table as a viable method for other 10 HPers to get the 0 HP XP Granite Maul. Well, this was until the update on December 16th that fixed stacking. So yes, this update completely ruins the possibility of using melee tick eating versus getting 5,000 plus Guthix restores to do gargoyles and get the Granite Maul on a 10 HP account. And to be crystal clear, the difference between 10 HP and 11 HP is almost nothing in terms of combat. But KempQ said it best, it's all about the aesthetic of being 10 HP. Higher hit points is obviously better for rushing, but there's something to the aesthetic of staying at 10 HP, which is what a lot of 10 HP accounts like myself are after. But other than that, the use of stacking on 10 HP accounts isn't used too often, it's pretty limited. Maybe it could be used to get the 0 HP XP Chompy kill for Myth Gloves that Mauler OSRS discovered, but no one really knows the method behind it. Other than that, most other things like the 0 HP XP method still work. So yes, on my new 10 HP high-risk Hardcore Iron Man series, I would still be able to use the 0 HP XP method because it's a single interface stall and not stacking to kill gargoyles without gaining hit points experience. But now, instead of me potentially learning how to melee tick eat, I'll have to resort to making 5,000 plus Guthix Ts completely from scratch to go just drop rate to potentially get the Granite Maul. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is this. Changes to the gameplay such as stacking being patched is nothing new to 10 HP gameplay. There have been so many changes to 10 HP gameplay even since I started 2.5 years ago. For the first year of 10 HP gameplay, the 0 HP XP method didn't even exist. There's been changes to multiple quests that have helped or hurt 10 HP gameplay, and I can think of 2 in particular, one of them that's helped and one of them that's hurt. For Underground Pass, you can't cannon the demon anymore, which makes it a lot harder to get this quest done with no HP experience gained. And the problem is this quest is the prerequisite for a lot of the elf quests to get things such as the Crystal Bow. So not only did Jagex screw 10 HP accounts when they made the demon not cannonable, they also made it a lot harder for 10 HP accounts to get the Crystal Bow. But at the opposite end of the coin, Jagex also changed things to benefit 10 HP accounts. Things such as Shiloh Village is now so much easier because they changed the Tomb of Rashilia to make it a single zone instead of multi-zone. So if you don't have overheads like I didn't when I did the quest on my new hardcore 10 HP account, a 10 HP, it didn't really matter because it was a single way zone and the skeletons max like 6. Other examples, what about things such as Dark Beasts? they were moved away from the catacombs of Kourend, which now makes it impossible for a 10 HP Iron Man account to get a dark bow on it because the new locations are both locked behind the quest Morning's End Part 1, which gives 25k hit points experience. So accounts like Trade, who's an 11 HP Iron Man with the dark bow, who I featured in my most unique account series, will never ever be able to be replicated. Well, that is until someone somehow figures out a way to stall the HP experience reward from doing Morning's End Part 1. So to summarize it all, different meta comes and goes. It's part of the gameplay. That's part of the fun for me on why I play on a 10 HP Iron Man, because you can theory craft and try to think of new methods that will help you and then help everyone else who's part of your community. So who knows, maybe this patch will lead to someone discovering something even better. And maybe a quick update. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about my liability. Yes, I plan to make a season 3. Yes, I plan to rush people to Narnia. I'm sorry if you thought I blueballed you. Maybe you should get a girlfriend for that. I'll still continue to work on my new 10 HP account because, like I said earlier in the video, I still enjoy the aesthetic of being 10 HP and being on a hardcore Iron Man and doing quests like Icthurin's Little Helper, Shiloh Village. That really gets your heart racing, and I can't wait to do Shadow of the Storm and get that video out for you guys too. But listen, on my liability, I'm in the end game. The progress videos aren't going to happen as often as you want them, just understand that. But no, I don't really care. I got 11 HP. I knew the risk of doing it. It's better for rushing anyways. A lot of people have said, why did you even go for the Granite Maul when your goal was Dragon Claws the whole time? And the honest truth was, when I figured out Dragon Claws would be 1200 hours plus, it was, yeah, a major turnoff. But it's not something I'm going to completely give up on. But as of right now, I'm over 180 KC dry of just the Granite Maul. So even the Granite Maul is proving to be a challenge, let alone the Dragon Claws. My hit points is almost 12, by the way, so don't be surprised.